So it's a no ball there. Yes, confirmed by the umpire. Free hit on offer for Saqib Khalil. He's batting on 17 of 21 deliveries, and a good shot there, up in the air. And what a way to make full use of a free gift by the bowler. Free hit on offer and made maximum out of it. 6 for Saqib Khalil. He moves on to 23 of 22 deliveries. Score moves on to 92. So after 10 they were 72, and after 11.4 they are 92. So 20 runs coming of the previous 10 balls. 23 of 22 deliveries. Score moves on to 92. After 10 they were 72. Last ball in this 12th over, yeah, for playing it. A good delivery there, nicely adjusted by Prasanna at the last moment. You see him giving a lot of room to the bowler, showing all his 3 wickets. I believe he's standing on the 5th stump there, and then coming in, adjusting himself, trying to improvise, and then play a shot towards square leg, towards mid wicket. But the ball just keeping low, he managed to adjust it. So that is a very good aspect there. Good technique. Watching the ball till the last moment. If you don't watch it, you will be committed to the shot pretty early. So credit goes to Prasanna, the way he watched the ball till the last moment, and then adjusting himself and playing a decent shot. So we have Uttam back in attack, number 9 for Miller. Miller International. So playing off the back foot there, Uttam bowling with good discipline, line and length. So Shri, on the other hand, marshalling his troops very nicely behind the stumps there. With an impressive line and length there, Uttam. Nicely driven straight down the ground. We'll have to wait and see if the ball fielder covers it up. Yes, he does pretty nicely. Natraj. Only 1 on that occasion. Excellent fielding effort there by the fielder. So as you're seeing, the wicket will play important role here. Without any hesitation, deciding to bowl first there, and a pretty obvious choice why. A pretty obvious choice why. It rained previous night here, and an obvious reason there will be moisture on the surface. So looking for 2, completing 2 pretty comfortably did Saqib Khalil. So poor effort there by the fielder. He should have charged in to collect the ball. He stayed there, waited for the ball to come towards him, and then in the meanwhile, Prasanna asked Saqib to sprint for the second, and then how comfortably he did it, completed it. After 12.4, the score was on 99 for 3. A healthy partnership being developed here. So that's what we were talking about. And nicely played there in the gap. Balls racing away to the boundary, and a welcome boundary here for Saqib Khalil. Very good shot there off the back foot, waiting for the ball to come towards him and then cutting it in the gap. And more importantly, he did that by kissing the turf there. And good delivery, good shot there by Saqib Khalil. So the run rate has gone up to 8.3. They were at 7.2 at the 10 overs mark, and then this partnership is working things out for Marsh Emirates. So getting an edge there, Uttam bowled a wider delivery on that occasion. Saqib Khalil wanted to attack on the off sticks, and then he got an edge, and the ball has raced away for a boundary. 107 after 13 overs, and they have upped the ante here for the team. 35 runs. 35. 107 for 3 after 13 overs. So good batting effort here by Saqib Khalil. You see him sweating there. Yeah, Prasanna. Yes, again he gets in to the line of the ball, and he has managed to change, adapt his game here. Earlier he was missing it. So Anurag being brought back into the attack. He went for 22 in his 3 overs, and he's being brought back into the attack for his final over. So we'll have to wait and see what sort of an options do they have in the death overs there, Miller. So singles and doubles are on for Marsh Emirates, and they are batting beautifully. Saqib Khalil, 35 of 27 deliveries, and he has managed to hold on to the wickets that were falling by having a partnership with Prasanna, who's batting at 22 of 17 deliveries. So timely boundaries are coming here for Marsh Emirates, especially after the 10 overs mark. They were 72 in 10, and from there they managed to up the scoring. And up in the air, is there a chance? And taken by the fielder, running backwards, not easy at all. And how comfortably did he manage to take that? So wicket falling here, as you were saying, they were managing to hold on to wickets. Once again, commentators curse. Prasanna falls, 22 in 18 deliveries. So the fourth casualty here for Marsh Emirates. Again, Saqib Khalil will have to stick on to with his new partner again, build a partnership, and then take things forward in the final overs. There's still 6.3, 39 legal deliveries left in this particular innings. And it will be all important to see how they manage to take it forward from here. They need to think sensibly and then build on to this innings. Give those finishing touches which is required. Because in a T20 game, it is all important, especially in the first innings, be it the batting side or the bowling side. All what matters is how you finish, not how you start. All matters is how you finish. Even if you are at a 16 over mark, 110, 120, and you manage to get to 160 odd runs, 170 odd runs, you are still in a commanding position and in a dominating position in that. But in the first 16, if you're 160 and if you just manage to score about 20 runs in the last 4 overs, then the bowling side definitely gets on top of you. So that it is very important here for them to stick around for a few overs. After 16, they can start to unleash, and let's wait and see what the batsmen have on their mind. It's a wide delivery, very well kept there by the getting hands to it, but unfortunately getting some hand to it, but unfortunately the ball was too quick to reach the boundary. So it's a boundary for wide. Is it the wide? You'll have to wait and see the decision of the umpire. Score moves on to 114. So it was just so Anurag getting the ball to swing in. Unnecessary, a needless run. Needless run. Anurag should have kept the ball in his hands, but needless run given to the batting side there. 13.4, 115 for 4. Just spoiling his bowling spell here. Bowling figures. Conceded 7 runs in his first 2 overs. Sorry, 14 runs in his first 2 overs. Nicely nudged it down. Cover each and for a single. We are at the beautiful ground here, Ajman Ovals. Lush green outfield. It rained the previous night here, but all credit goes to the groundsman the way they have managed. Meanwhile, we have a very good shot played there by Saqib Khalil. Shied the bowlers and they managed to cover up, get a single there. Brings it over to the end. 14 overs, 117 for 4. So we have Suhail Zaki who got out for 14 of 6, Adnan Raja 2 of 4, Gabriel Garces 28 of 26, and Prasanna Moses was the last casualty, 22 of 18. So we have Subin Paul back into the attack, coming in for the 15th over of the game's last 6 overs left. Bad delivery, keeper not collecting it. Fortunately, the ball did not have pace. Wide signal by the umpire. Batsman managing to run 2, so 3 in total of that particular ball. 120 in 14 overs. Even if they manage to score about 45 to 50 odd runs, they are still in a commanding position, especially considering the conditions of the ground. It's in the air, looking for 2. Batsman completes it comfortably. So Saqib Khalil doing the majority of the scoring here for Team Marsh Emirates. Score moves on to 40 and 31. His score moves on to 40 and 31 deliveries. Team score 122. Yeah, it will be important to see how they manage to build a partnership here. Wide delivery, keeper missing it. Batsman managing to run a single on that one. Role of a wicketkeeper is so important for any team. He's the one who can save runs. He's the one who can concede runs. White signal by the umpire. Ball ricocheting on the pads of the wicketkeeper Sri and getting on to flick one of the bails. As you're saying, it is very important for any wicketkeeper to be quick behind the stumps because he's the one who can cover many runs for the team. And if the keeper is good and active, then that gives additional confidence to the bowler to bowl away from the batsman. They know that the ball will not go anywhere else. And that's a bad delivery once again by Subin Paul. And that's raced away for a boundary. A bad delivery once again by Subin Paul. He has gone for 40 runs in his 3.3 over spell so far. Very expensive, considering the fact that the wicket is on a lower side, on a slower side. He has conceded a lot of runs here. Just managed to keep it, maintain the line. The wicket would have added a lot of support for him. Once again, cut away to short third region. Only a single. Up in the air, not getting the middle of the bat there. Saqib Khalil not getting the meat of the bat. And you have some part of his bat coming off. I think that's a toe guard. And that can get you in deep trouble if you get the finest of edges. It's in the air. So two taken comfortably. It was in the gap, playing it late, opening the face of the bat on that occasion. So getting a couple there did Rahul Srivastav. Out of 15 overs, 133 for 4, Marsh Emirates. So Abdul, who's been asked to come to bowl, number 99, and he'll be coming to bowl his first over of the night. This Insurance Cricket League has been brought to you by the founding members of the Insurance Premier League. The same venture is behind this cricket league, Insurance Cricket League, starting with Uttam Hutale, founder of Insurance Cricket League and committee member, Gabriel Gracious, and Manish Chawla behind the successful insurance cricket tournaments that they have organized. So very slow in pace there, Abdul, and getting a single. Score number 137, 15.2. Once again, slow in pace, straight to the field, dot ball. A good start here for Abdul, conceding only 4 runs in his 3 balls. And that's a wicket here. Saqib Khalil departs. And what an important breakthrough here for Miller. They have got the danger man, Saqib Khalil, bat out of 45 or 36 deliveries. He was batting beautifully. Played a sheet anchor, and unfortunately losing his wicket to a rash shot. The ball was slow, looped up in the air, and then he was deceived. He wanted to play a shot. He was in no position to play that shot. Wanted to slog it towards the mid-wicket region. Unfortunately, missing the line of the ball, and if you miss, I hit, says the bowler. And there is Dilip, who's a new batsman to replace Saqib Khalil. So Vinish into the attack. I think he's bowling his first over as well. So a successful over comes to an end by Abdul getting Vinish replacing Subin Paul, who has completed his 4 overs. So last 4 overs in progress. So as we were saying, if Saqib Khalil would have been there for these last 4 overs, oh, it's a bad delivery to start with. A no ball signal by the umpire, Bima. And not the best of starts here for Vinish. Free hit. Dispatched. 6 signal by the umpire, half a dozen. And that's an important hit there by Rahul to boost his confidence. And when you get, when you can hit those, you need not worry for the last 4 overs, because it's important to have a power hitter there in the team and for the last 4 overs, because as we said earlier, it all matters how you finish the first innings, be it the bowling side, be it the batting side. It all what matters is where the momentum is. If the momentum is in your side, you will have a good start to the second innings, and that is what you usually see. It's not a guaranteed thing, but yes, that's a usual thing that happens. So very good delivery, good comeback there by Vinish. He's coming into for his second over. It's a good comeback there by Vinish, and keeping it simple, and batsman not taking additional risk, nudging it down only for a single. Not required to overdo things. Even if you just try to play out the overs, you're still close to a 170 mark, and I think that will be a very decent score for the team to defend. And nicely played there in the gap, balls racing away. There's a misfield there, and that helps the batsman to complete too comfortably without any risk. Score moves on 148 after 16.3. So 21 legal deliveries left after this. Manish seaming in for his fourth ball of the over. And a back ball. Wide signal by the umpire. Down the leg. So here we are back for the last 3 overs here. There's another wicket falling. Rahul back into the pavilion. Arun Anthony, new batsman. Bowling with a very slow pace there, Abdul. That makes life terrible for the batsman to take it away. No pace on offer. You need to take a lot of power out of your body and then try to hit it. Even if you're intending to hit for a six. In the air, playing straight. Wait, the fielder can cover it up. Looking for 2 runs there. And Arun completing it pretty nicely. Number 14 for Team Marsh. Score was 160 for 6 in 17.3. And taken there. So second wicket here falling for Abdul. He gets a second of the day. That's what we're talking about. You loop it up in the air. You require a lot of power to clear the boundary. And fortunately, he did not get it. So the 7th casualty here for Team Marsh Emirates. 17.4, 160 for 7. So Miller will be quite satisfied with the kind of performance that they have showed up here. Being not the favorites, but yet they have made sure that they have put the batting team under pressure. Big wicket falling in the very first over of Suhail Zaki. And from there on, there was a partnership that was being built by Saqib Khalil and Gabriel. Suppose that there was Prasanna and Saqib Khalil. So 2 good partnerships there for Team Marsh. And that's up in the air towards the cover region. And we'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire. That's a 6. What a good timely boundary there by Dilip. So 18 overs up, 167 for 7. And Abdur Rahman is the new batsman who has replaced Arun Anthony. 12 more balls to go. Legal deliveries left in this particular innings. Natraj back into the attack. He has conceded 19 in his 3 overs spell and picked up a wicket. That is after 3 overs. 19 runs and 1 wicket. Number 11 back into the attack here. He's steaming in towards Dilip. Nicely driven. Seems to be a good time of the ball. Looking for 2. That's an overthrow not collected by the fielder. So Dilip completing two there on that occasion. And that is a good delivery there inside the line. Not able to get any connection. Seems to be a good timer of the ball. Dilip in the air, over the head of the fielder, and it's a six, half a dozen. What a shot! Stand and deliver. Number three, Dilip gets half a dozen for his team. So the run rate is going up here for team Marsh Emirates. This is the penultimate over of the innings. Projected score is 189. And a very good delivery. Good comeback there by Natraj. Slower delivery, back of the hand, a leg cutter, missing it completely. Did Dilip. Score was at 175. Two more balls to go in this over. Playing with an open face there, looking for two. Shy at the keeper's end. Dilip did not run. Abdurrahman sent him back. Dilip wanted to anyhow, but Abdurrahman said no. There is a chance that you may lose your wicket, and he sends him back. Last ball of the penultimate over, Natraj. 176 for 7. This is slight appeal there. Ball drifting down the leg. And Dilip decides to keep strike. He says no for that single. And this is the last over of the first innings of the inaugural match of Insurance Cricket League. Brought to you by Crawford. It's just as. And Marsh Emirates Insurance are in a very good position here. 176 for 7, considering the fact that they were being asked to bat first on a slower pitch where it rained last night. A lot of moisture on the wicket. It usually gets tough to bat on in such wickets, but Marsh has done a very decent job, scoring 176 and 19. This is the last over in progress. You have to take it forward. And we'll have to see who the bowler who's coming in for the last over. So it looks like it's Uttam back into the attack, coming in for the last over. Went for 23 in his 3 overs. And a good start. We'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire. No, he says not a wide. If he takes a guard of the middle stick here, that will be easier for him to reach the ball. Let some guard being taken by the batsman. And a good shot. Fielder chasing it down, but unfortunately not able to get there. A boundary, a very important boundary. So Dilip playing that cameo innings which was required. 17 of 11 deliveries. Score moves on to 184. Sorry, 180 after 19.2. So Rahman will be looking forward to completing 2 runs at any cost. He needs to get Dilip on strike. He's batting beautifully. He already got a boundary. First ball being a draw. Uttam steaming in. In the air. What a beautiful shot. I believe the shot of the day so far. What a shot. Stand and deliver. Half a dozen for Dilip. And he is playing the match changing innings here for Marsh Insurance. What a shot! Back-to-back boundaries here. First the boundary, then a half a dozen. 10 runs already on the first three balls. What a shot! Stand and deliver. Another good shot towards the coverage, and Dilip seems to be tired there. Two more balls to go. Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman on strike. Cut away, sliced in the air, and dropped. Put down. And taken too comfortably there. So Dilip will be off strike for the last two balls. Sorry, for the last ball. And score moves on 189. A very good over for Marsh Emirates so far. And a dot ball here will definitely. And a very good delivery right in the block. We're looking for two there, Dilip. He has no option but to run. He does. And Uttam misses it. Should have been there behind the stance, probably a feedback, and then he could have collected and dislodged the bails. Unfortunately, that is how the innings have ended here. 191 Marsh Emirates have managed to score 120, 108, 19 runs being stored in the last 10 overs. And that happened because there was partnership which was being in place here at the right time between Saqib Khalil and Gabriel, and at the same time between between Saqib Khalil and Prasanna. So it is important here how they take it forward in the second innings. Does Miller International? So we'll be here for a short break, and post that we'll get back to you with the second innings. And let us go through the score sheet of the batting side, starting with Suhail Zaki. Starting with Suhail Zaki, go back to the Prasanna Moses, 22 of 18, Rahul Shrivastava, 24 of 12. What a good cameo he played. Then Arun Anthony, 2 of 3, Abdurrahman, 4 of 3, and Dilip Damodaran was not out on 28 of 14 deliveries. Let's go with the bowling stats. Starting with Vinish, who started the attack. 2 overs, 35 runs, picked up 2 wickets. Uttam, 4 overs, 38 without a wicket. Subin Paul, 4 overs, 44 a wicket. Natraj, 4 overs, 28 a wicket. Anurag, 4 overs, 32 a wicket. And Abdul Salam, who did the magic here for team Miller. Abdul Salam, 2 overs, 14 runs and 2 wickets. We have for the second innings to begin, the run chase to begin. The openers of Miller International, Rabia Suhail Zaki, will be the keeper for Team Marsh Emirates, with Gabriel to start the attack. So here we have Gabriel to start, starting with spin here, I believe. Have to wait for the umpires. We have Shri, the opener, and Natraj doing the running for Shri as he has an injury done. And that's a wide delivery by Gabriel to start things. Keeper, no, not in position to collect that one. It was wide, pretty wide. I can't blame the keeper there on that occasion. It's just a delivery that he could not manage to control his the swing there, and the ball drifting down the leg, and that's a boundary for Miller. 5 runs without a ball being bowled. Sri Mahesh and Subin Paul. Subin Paul is the one who's taking the strike, number 21. Getting that drift there, did Gabriel, swinging in late to the batsman. Short run up, but bowling a bit quick. Score was on a 6 after the end of the first ball. Good delivery. Now there's a runner in place. You usually don't see that in T20 cricket, but out of a goodwill gesture by the opposition captain, who's been allowed a runner for Sri Mahesh, as he has a ligament injury, I believe, was reported on after the innings. And a wide delivery once again. So the lefty-righty combination disturbing the bowler's line there definitely. And second wide of the over. 20. The score was on 8 out of 2. 2 balls in this first over of the match. 192 is the target for Miller International. And ball swinging in late, and that's a boundary. The first one off the bat. And a beautiful ball there, but unfortunately getting the inner edge, and the ball is raced away for a boundary. So there has to be a finding in position there for Gabriel, the way he is swinging the ball into the left-hander. And should be important to have the right fielders placed at the right position if they need to stop these boundaries flowing in for Miller International. They're already 12 of the first 3 balls. Strike rate of scoring at an average of 24 and over, yeah. But this is just the first 3 balls of the match. Beautiful delivery once again. Beautiful bowling. So once again, a beautiful delivery by Gabriel. Only a single taken on that occasion. A ball to go in the first over. Nicely played there by Sri, and no says Subin Paul at the non-strikers end. Could have been a suicidal attempt there if they had ran for it. And score was on a 13 after the end of the first over. So a decent over by the captain to start with. Had that not been a wide of the first ball, score would have been just 8 of the first over. And decent start there. I think the ball has been rolled to Abdur Rahman. We'll have to wait and see who's going to be starting the proceedings, sharing the new ball with Gabriel. Whether it's Abdur Rahman or yes, I think it's Abdur Rahman who will be sharing the new ball. So here's Abdur Rahman, left arm medium pace. And a short ball to start with. Subin Paul punishes it towards the long on region. Widest long on and a boundary there for Subin. So out there with a positive intent does Miller International. 17 for no loss after 1.1. The wicket that is playing on a slower side. The ball is slightly coming better onto the bag. The conditions are the weather is sunny, and I think the wicket must have dried up a bit. That the ball is coming so easy onto the bat, but still a bit on the slower side. But yes, it's not holding on that much as it did in the first innings. It was definitely holding on to the wicket in the first innings, especially in the first 3 to 4 overs. Was the power play? Yes, the bat ball definitely did come onto the bat. So there's Suhil Zaki who wants to keep up to this bowler, and this ball is not rising much. The keeper finds it difficult to carry the ball. A wide ball. So number 16, Rahman. Wide ball once again. Keeper misses this time. Was a tough take. Another wide and a boundary for Miller International. They are not learning from their mistakes. No fine leg in place. I think a fine leg has been kept on the wider side. I think if the keeper is up, you need to get your third man and fine leg a bit finer if they are standing up. Another wide ball. So too many extras to start the proceedings here in the second innings. Too many extras. Subin Paul was on strike. Once again in the air, the ball is towards the long on region. Looking for two. Excellent running between the wickets there. Natraj doing a decent job. The runner for Shri Mahesh. And Subin Paul moves to 12 with that couple. 26 for no loss after 1.3. Quick single, take it. Batsman was in an awkward position to play that shot. Rahman to the attack here. Coming around the wicket to the right hander. And the wicket there, the ball dipping onto the stumps at the last moment. Batsman was committed to the shot pretty early. Did not let the ball come to him. As a result, swung it a bit early and loses his wicket. The ball just hitting the off stump. And that is the first casualty here for team Miller International. 27 for 1 in 1.4. So being expensive here, Abdur Rahman, but more importantly, he has got the breakthrough. The first wicket falling here. The captain walks back. Sri Mahesh walking back to the pavilion. 1.4, 27 for 1. Wait to see. It's Abdul, the new batsman, replacing replacing Sri Mahesh, and bowler who just came around the wicket to get the ball angle into the batsman, has managed to pick up the wicket. It was a full toss which was committed a bit early, and when the batsman decided to play a shot cross the line towards the mid wicket region, the ball did not reach him, and there goes a wicket. First one for Miller International, and then Abdul is there to replace Sri Mahesh. An expensive over, but more importantly, a successful one. A ball to go in this over, and he'll be fixing last ball. Once again, the ball swinging in a bit late, and an excellent end to this over. The start wasn't that great, but more importantly, it's all about how you have an end to an over. He is being successful. The first wicket falling for Miller International. Subin Paul batting on 13 of 8 deliveries. A big total being posted in front of them. 192 is what they have to chase in 20 overs. 18 overs left. Need around 165 from 108 deliveries. This tournament has been brought to you by Crawford Los Angeles. And a swing and a miss there by Subin Paul. Gabriel doing a decent job. Number 30 for Marsh International. Sohail Zaki behind the stumps. So it's a wide signal by the umpire. Gabriel is not happy. He thinks the batsman has flicked his legs, and the ball, anything drifting down the leg, will definitely be a penalty for the bowler. Once again, beautiful delivery. Batsman not in a position to play that shot. Gabriel coming in for his third ball of the over. Nicely played there. So we Abdul Rahman. Sorry, it's fully Abdul Salam. Drifting once again down the leg, and the ball has raced away for a boundary. From off the bat, signals the umpire. Very good conditions here, good weather to play the game of cricket. White signal by the umpire there. So, too many extras conceded already by. And put down. Was a catch. Put down by Sohail Zaki. Gabriel's not happy. Was late to react. Sohail. Nicely driven to the curve region, and that's a boundary for. And Abdul Salam getting his first boundary. Beg your pardon, second one. Very good shot towards the cover region. We'll have to wait and see who will be one replacing Gabriel. Has been expensive. 2 overs, 24 runs. After 3 overs, 38 for 1 is Miller International. So a very good start here. So it's Abdur Rahman who's going to continue from the other end. Switching ends here after every 10 overs. Very good delivery there, and nudged it down just for a single towards the short third region. Some changes being done here. Nicely played there towards the long on region. There's a deep long on field being kept there. Saqib Khalil. So this lefty-righty combination is definitely disturbing the bowling side here. Takes a lot of time to get your changes done. Beautiful delivery, loud appeal, and umpire signal just adds some bat involved in that. Loud appeal there. And the bowler was interested the moment it just struck his pads, but the umpire, quite alert there on that occasion, says that it was bat involved for sure. Very good shot there, straight down the ground. The fielders kept busy there, but he does not stop the ball. Excellent shot. Very good shot played there by Subin. He is out here with an intent to play positive cricket. He wants to chase this down. He wants to set a platform here for his remaining players in the team. Once again, driven straight down the ground. And that's another boundary there. Umpire signals as a boundary. Beautiful shot there, driven straight down the ground. Yes, score moves on to 45. And Abdur Rahman again, expensive, too expensive attacking bowlers here. Both have been spared by Subin Paul. And driven in the gap, and no stopping that one as well. A boundary for Subin Paul. Excellent shot. And score moves on to 49. What great batting there by Miller International opening star Subin Paul. So Gabriel here continuing for Marsh Emirates. Abdul Salam on strike. Subin Paul moves to 27 of 15 deliveries. Bad delivery there. Wide signal by the umpire. Nicely kept there by Suhail Saki. Score moves on to 53 for 1 in 4 overs. So what a dream start here for this run chase. Once again, wide signal by the umpire. Bowling round the wicket to Abdul Salam. So off the pads there. Dot ball. All important dot ball here. So they have got that start here, Miller International. It's all about someone anchoring it for the team. Nicely nudged down for a single. There's a long on in place. Gabriel chasing it down. Only a single on that occasion. Dot ball there by Gabriel. So this over has been a decent one by Gabriel. Only 3 runs coming of it. Bad ball, dispatch. We'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire. Boundary signal. And as we were just saying, that was a good over so far. He concedes a boundary. Score moves on to 56. So Subin Paul playing a gem of a knock here for Miller International. Excellent batting display. So ball coming onto the bat, if you see here. No, right decision taken by the captain of Miller International. Decided to bowl first so that they can have a better wicket to bat on at a later stage, which can be a bit hard because of the sun coming into the picture. And once again, driven to the cover region, straight to the fielder. No runs taken. So the quality of cricket which is being played here in the UAE has definitely increased. The level has just gone up. You see a lot of corporate tournaments, and here comes a good big shot in the air and taken by the fielder Prasanna. What a breakthrough here! Big wicket falling here, and Subin Paul, the dangerous-looking Subin Paul, dismissed. And how will they take this forward here? Only time will tell us. 60 for 2. Big wicket falling here. Saqib Khalil into the attack here. He'll be bowling the fifth over of the power play, sixth over of the power play, beg your pardon. 5 overs, 60 for 2. Current run rate is at 12 in over. And Uttam is the new man replacing Subin Paul. Subin, who played a gem of a knock to get the power play scores ticking. And how beautifully did he do it? He lost his opening partner pretty early in the match, but after that, with the help of Abdul Salam, he has managed to get a very good start for the team. But unfortunately, they've lost the wicket here of the danger-looking Subin Paul. Saqib Khalil looks like a heavy spin attack here with Marsh Insurance. So right arm off spin, looking for 2 runs. No, they wanted to sprint it because there's a fielder there in place. Nicely driven uppishly straight to the fielder, but yes, they managed to run a single comfortably. So, as we said in the first innings, there was a partnership which was developed there after the fall of the first two wickets between Gabriel and Saqib Khalil, followed by Saqib Khalil and Prasanna. So, that sort of a partnership is required here. That's a tough call, tough to give because the ball did struck outside the line of the off stump on that occasion. So, definitely, ball may have gone and hit the stumps, but anything any ball striking outside the line of the off stump, it's difficult to give that in the favor of the bowler. And what a shot! Straight down the ground. And that's half a dozen for Abdul Salam. Excellent batting. Straight down the ground. Ball was tossed up. Advantage of two fielders outside the circle. Taken pretty nicely. Driven uppishly straight down the ground over the umpire's head for half a dozen. So positive cricket. Even after losing two wickets, positive cricket still being shown there by players of Miller International, Abdul Salam. So there is an argument here. Will that be called as a no ball? Just went without the notice of the umpire. It's power play, three fielders outside the circle, went without notice of the umpire, and luckily for the team bowling side, that not being called as a no ball. Cut away in the gap, looking for a single. Good call there by Abdul Salam. Sent back Uttam on time, otherwise that would have been suicidal. That could have been a wicket there for Marsh. And after the end of 68 for 2. So very good start by Miller International. Let me remind you guys, Marsh were 72 for 2 after 10 overs. They are 68 for 2 in 6 overs. So that is the difference. They require another 124 runs in 84 deliveries. So it will be a test for the batsman here because the wicket is not that quick. You have to wait for the ball, read it till the last moment, and then play your shots. You can't be premeditating those and playing it early. You saw that in case of Shri. And Miller International. They have a very good strong platform here. 6 overs, 68, and compared to that of Marsh, they were 72 in 10 overs. So a partnership is definitely required here between these two players. They should not hurry up in getting boundaries and sixes. Singles and doubles can do the job for them, and timely boundaries in a couple of overs gap. So that can be the way forward for them. And that is how ideally they should be taking it forward. So it's Rahul Srivastav who has been introduced into the attack. Uttam is on strike. Rahul bowls it outside the off stump, cut away nicely by Uttam towards the sweeper coverage. Only a single taken on that occasion. Rahul coming in for the second ball of this over. And playing it with soft hands there, but too soft, too easy for Rahul to collect the ball. Nicely driven, uppish towards the coverage, and Prasanna the fielder keeps it down only to a single there. And Uttam on strike now. Will be facing Rahul. Nicely driven straight to the sweeper cover region. Only a single taken once again. So a decent start here by Rahul Srivastava. Current run rate at 10.77. They required at 9 and over. Nicely chipped in the air. And only a single, I believe. It's only a single taken. Uttam back on strike. So you're saying they need to focus on partnerships rather than boundaries at this moment. So there's a dot ball there. A very good over there by Rahul Srivastava. 72 for 2 in 7 overs. Just 4 runs coming off that one. Score moves on to 72 for 2 in 7. So Saqib Khalil back into the attack. There's some discussion being done by the umpire there with Uttam. Not sure what that is. We're definitely talking about the time that is being taken by the bowlers. That definitely breaks the rhythm of the batting side, the batsmen. You need to get back on time, get your overs rolled in. And after that discussion with their counterpart, we are back here for the action. 7 overs, 72 for 2. Weather is pleasant one to play the sport of cricket. Wickets getting a bit hard because of the sun that has come out. It's a sunny day, despite being raining the whole day, being drizzling the whole day yesterday. It's a clear sky. And Saqib Khalil back into the attack, steaming in, and nicely flicked away to the square leg region. Only a single on that occasion. Uttam back on strike. .173 for 2. Cut away towards the short extra cover field. Sweeper cover throws it back to the wicket keeper. Only a single once again on that occasion. So the boundaries have stopped to come here. In a break to the boundaries. And as just we are talking about that, it's in the air. And what an effort! What an effort! Excellent by Gabriel. Superb. The fielders coming in to give him a tap on his shoulders. What an effort by Gabriel. It was a certain 6. Had he not had that presence of mind of pushing the ball inside rather than going for the catch, that would have been a half a dozen for sure. Cut away straight to the cover. Oh, that's a boundary. Wow. How beautifully was that placed? Boundary signal off the back foot, punching it towards a short extra cover region, just wide of him, probably a foot or two. And the fielder at the long off region did not collect that, did not reach to that, and that's a boundary there. Rahul Srivastava did not judge it properly. As a result, the fielder at the deep could not reach to that ball and stop it from going to the boundary. So, boundary coming in here for Abdul Salam. Nicely played towards the square leg region. There's a fielder in place. Fumbles, but only a single on that occasion. Excellent shot. And put down by the fielder. And that's a misfield as well as a boundary for Team Miller International. So Uttam getting his first boundary of the night of the day. And excellent shot. Umpire signals as a boundary. Dropping shot of the fielder. I think that was a catch. Yes, for sure. Just that he did not judge it properly. Rahul Srivastava back into the attack. Bowled a beautiful over. Saqib Khalil going for 20 in in his first 2 overs. Abdul Salam batting on 26 of 19. Uttam does a boundary. Batting on 8. Score moves on to 84 for 2 in 8 overs. And we'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire. It's a dot ball, says the umpire. It's for the pads, I believe. So there is turn in this wicket. As you can see, Rahul Srivastava bowling beautifully. Cut away towards the short extra cover region. Chance of a run out there, but Abdul Salam back on time. Excellent conditions here to play this game of cricket. And we'd like to thank our sponsors for making this tournament happen. These players will definitely go back, look at these live video of this game, the footage, and definitely those who have performed well will definitely go back and cherish these moments, especially the ones who have performed pretty well. Like Subin Paul was magnificent. So cut away, late cut, wanted a single there on that occasion. Uttam rightly sent back by Abdul Salam. Nowhere a single there. Rahul Srivastava. Nicely driven down the ground. Gabriel, the fielder, keeps it down just to a single there. Let's go back to that effort being put there by Gabriel. That was a certain six. And what presence of mind. A lot of credit should go to the presence of mind of that fielder, holding himself back and then pulling that chance at the bowler's end, but comes back on time. Yes, definitely there was that effort from Gabriel. Definitely put the standards up, set an example of how they should be fighting for defending this total, because Miller International, they have got that fantastic start. They had 87 for 2 in 9 overs, and ideally that is the sort of examples that a captain has to set for the rest of the teammates. That effort definitely saved about 5 runs. They managed to run a single though, but definitely I beg your pardon, they managed to run 2 on that occasion, but definitely that did help them to save 4 runs on that occasion. So coming back to action, Saqib Khalil into the attack, continuing. Loud appeal, that's given out. I think that looked plump. Yes, struck in the line, coming forward, struck in the line, and definitely no escaping that. That is in the line of the stumps and given out. What a beautiful delivery that was from Saqib Khalil. Tossed up in the air, deceiving the batsman, read the line incorrectly, did Abdul Salam, came forward, pad was right in front, he was struck right in front and given out. No hesitation for the umpire, and that looked out from here. That definitely looked out from here. So the teams getting together. This tournament, ICL Insurance Cricket League, the inaugural match, has witnessed some great moments in this game, especially the one by Gabriel, the catch, the effort, I will beg your pardon, the effort that was put in. So some good bowling by Abdul Salam in the first innings, breaking crucial partnerships. And Players feeling the heat. The weather is absolutely amazing to play this sport. UAE was last couple of days. It was overcast all over. It was rainy yesterday, and it just felt impossible. Some matches were cancelled as well on this very ground yesterday because of the rain, and even for that matter, the match between USA and UAE was delayed as and played at reduced overs, and eventually the match was abandoned because of rain. They were not able to complete even 15 overs in the first place, and match was abandoned. So there is another game today happening between UAE and Scotland today. So I beg your pardon, UAE and USA. The wide signal by the umpire. Coming from the sources, even the Dabang tour that was happening for Dabang 3 recently in UAE, even that has got cancelled because of the conditions, the weather conditions here in UAE. But fortunately for cricket lovers, especially for players, for cricketers working in insurance companies, they can have a smile on their face. Insurance Cricket League is happening, and it is happening in finest of conditions, sunny weather, no clouds, and you see a good game of cricket happening here with Najman Oval. 9.3, 90 for 3. So Varun Bangera, man from Karnataka, looks like he's a player with who relies on his technique. With the way he played his first shot, looks like a very technically sound batsman. Uttam. He has to play that shield anchor role here for the team. Cut away pretty nicely, and great effort there by Rahul Shrivastava. Straight to the wicket keeper. Sorry, to the bowler. And only a single on that occasion. 92 for 3 in 9.5. This last ball in before the ends are changed. Beautiful bowling there. So as we said, very technically sound player, Varun Bangera. So that brings it over to the 10th over, 92 for 3. So the required run rate is exactly 10 and over. 92 for 3, where Miller International was 72 for 3. They are 20 runs ahead of them at this stage. They managed to score 120 runs in the last 10 overs. And at the same time, Miller International, they require 100 in the last 10. It's not impossible. It's just about you understanding the situation, reading the wicket properly, reading the bowler properly, more importantly, and avoid playing rash shots, unwanted shots. If they manage, if they manage to do that, I'm sure they have cracked the trick of the trade. Varun Bangera and Uttam will be the ones to face the change of ends for the second innings. Arun Anthony being introduced into the attack. Very good delivery to start the proceedings here. Arun Anthony. Dot ball. Wide-ish outside the off stump. Uttam just left it away to see how the ball reacts. So there's some changes which the wicket keeper is recommending here. And a wide-ish delivery. Extremely wide. It's a no ball called by the umpire. Is that because of overstepping? No, it's because the ball pitched outside the wickets. Outside the width of the wicket, if you pitch the ball, it's a no ball. You are not going to be spared if you bowl outside the wickets. It's a free hit on offer for Uttam. And he gets a thick outside edge. There's a third man in place. And gets a single. So Varun Bangera will be on strike. So driven straight down the ground. Gabriel has changed his ends as well. Long on to long on. It seems that he relies on his fielding abilities. And Uttam flicked pretty nicely in the gap. Ball's racing away to the boundary. And yes, that is a boundary for Uttam. And a very important boundary. Context of the game. Score moves on to 99, I beg your pardon, after 10.4. Yes, it is good over there by Arun Anthony. 9 runs coming of it. However, he was getting a late swing there, outswing there, swinging away from the batsman. That makes it difficult for the batsman to play the shots. And moreover, the bounce from this end is not carrying to the wicket keeper as it should. Wide signal by the umpire. It was a wayward delivery. Very wide, even outside the wide guideline. Did umpire miss that? Back foot of the bowler almost cutting the line. Did the umpire miss that? That's officially a no ball. But I think the umpire missed that one. And as a result, the bowler survives. Strange scenes here. You don't see that very often. Very qualified umpires here. Now, this time, Good ball, equally well played. Almost committed to the shot pretty early there, Varun. But nicely managed, nicely improvised there. Single taken, 105 for 3 and 11.2. 88 required. What a good shot that is. Out of the middle of the bat. And it's a 6, a flat bat at 6. Flat shot. Fielder had no time. And what beautiful timing there by Uttam. He went, rocked onto the back foot and pulled it away towards the mid wicket. And fielder had no chance. It was flat. Just went at a chest height and landed on to outside the boundary row for a 6. Beautiful looking shot there. Read the pitch of the ball pretty early, the length pretty early, rocked onto the back foot, and then pulled it towards the mid wicket region. What a shot. Once again, it's in the air. Fielder's interested, but only interested to watch it sail over the row. So back-to-back sixes here for Uttam. He is doing the job here for his team. What a shot. 2 back-to-back sixes for Uttam. The current run rate is 9.65. Uttam moves on to 30 of 19 deliveries. Started slow, steady, and now he's set. And once again premeditating that shot, and ball is racing away to another boundary. So 16 runs coming of the last 3 deliveries. What excellent batting here by Uttam. Some counter attack. Couple of good overs by Marsh and counter attack here by Miller. So what a contest here. Marsh Miller. 34 he moves on to in 20 deliveries. Uttam. Is he playing that knock that the team requires here? 49 deliveries, 71 required. And as we went in, the captain of Marsh looked a bit confident that they have enough score on the board. And playing it late in the gap. Ball's racing away to the boundary. So good effort there by the fielder. Dilip keeps it down. Just to a couple there. So Uttam playing positive cricket here. Score moves on to 123 for 3 in 12 overs. So they have matched the run rate which was required. The required run rate falls down below 10, and that is a very good sign when you're chasing a big total. 192 on a turf track is not at all easy. You need to keep playing positive cricket, and that is what these two have done after they have arrived. Varun Bangera trying to settle down and playing very nicely, supporting Uttam. I think he has given him a lot of confidence that please go ahead. I'll take care of anchoring the innings here. So with the flow goes Uttam, and he's batting beautifully. So there is a change of gloves here. Keeper Suhail Zaki has left wickets here, and I think Dilip is replacing him as the wicket keeper. I think they are falling short of bowling options here, and Suhail Zaki, who was a very genuine all-rounder, has been asked to please remove your pads and come and share the attack with the bowlers. I'm sure he must have suggested himself that, hey Cap, do you require me to roll in a couple of overs here and get the run rate up? And the captain himself falling short of options, he says, yes, why not? Come in and use your experience. Roll in a couple of overs and see how we can help the bowling side. Score moves on 123 in 12 overs. 12.3 is the run rate that they're cruising at. So the decision of bowling first definitely helping them out, because the wicket has definitely supported the batsman here after, I believe, the initial 6-7 overs. The ball kept low in the first 5 to 6 overs. Very well played there. Classical batting there by Varun Bangera. He does not want to overdo things. I think he has left his responsibility on the senior player, Uttam, that Uttam, please go ahead with your shots. I'll be there to take the team across the line. And that is what Uttam is doing pretty nicely. And almost Suhail Zaki gave them the breakthrough. It is always difficult to catch of your own bowling, especially when it's keeping below the knee length. And Sohail Zaki almost getting it. So the captain will be confident that he has opted for the right option. Playing with soft hands, Uttam looking for a single and completes it pretty nicely. Beautiful delivery there by Suhail Zaki. A very good all-rounder. Usually a batting all-rounder. Power hitting is a strength. An excellent shot. Fielder's interested and sails over his head. What a shot. Sohail Zaki not happy. Definitely not happy. There was a chance there. Just misjudging it. Uttam. He is counter-attacking in the best of the ways he can. And he has got 3 6s in the last 7 balls that he has played. Excellent batting here. 132 for 3 in 12.5. Drifting down, all 3 stumps visible to the umpire, and definitely you're not getting it with the kind of experience these umpires have. They will not be under any sort of pressure, come what may. A lot of credit should be given to this profession of it's a thankless job. Eventually, you are under a lot of pressure. You are under the decision. You're under the position of making decisions of important decisions of the match, and you'll have to have that presence of mind to have that control. So Gabriel back into the attack. Captain has brought himself into the attack. I think it's his last over. 13 overs are up. And the current run rate is 10.23. Wide delivery. So Gabriel starting all his 3 overs with a wide. But he managed to stop that boundary. That was the highlight of this match. Trust me, what an effort that was. Effort of an international level. Oh, so we see here some tricks by Gabriel. Driven perfectly straight to the long off fielder. So Uttam seems to be taking the switching gears here for team Miller International. Varun Bangera. Wide signal by the umpire. Drifting down the leg, so he needs to mind his line that he's bowling at. There's Gabriel here. He's conceded 34 in his 3.1 over spell. So another dot ball. Varun trying to fetch that one, which was wide outside the off stump. Beautiful delivery there. Varun just missing the line of the ball once, but managing to get a edge there. Otherwise, he would have been bamboozled by that sort of a delivery. Uttam showing all his three stumps to the bowler. Oh, how did that miss hitting the stumps? To the viewers, just go back and view that one. How did he just did not ricochet onto the stumps, hit his pad, just sneaking in between the gap. Appeal there. So you're getting that drift of the old ball. Is that sign of reverse swinging, or is that the natural conventional swing that Gabriel gets? I think the condition of the ball is pretty nice. That is one of the reasons. So Hilzaki back into the attack, nicely driven towards the cover region. Only a single taken. So decent last over there by Gabriel. So Hilzaki is back into the attack. 14 overs, 139. So they are still under 10 and over. And what a shot! Excellent shot! And the ball has raced away for a boundary. There was an effort which was being put there by Arun Anthony. Unfortunately, could not stop that completely, and the ball has raced away for a boundary. I think there was a catch there. Looking at Sohail's expression, he is livid with the fielder there. That should have been taken according to his expression, and he's upset. And why not? You have the right to be upset. If you're bowling so beautifully, if you're tempting the batsman to play where the fielders are, you expect the fielders to take the catches. Once again, nicely driven straight to the fielder. Adnan throws it back to the bowler. So 6 runs coming of the first 3 balls of the over. If they manage to hold on to the wickets here, definitely they are in contention of chasing this down. Thus Mill International. Good shot, straight down the ground. And we'll have to wait, and that's a 6. Crawford maximum there by Uttam. What an innings he is playing here. Vice captain of the team. And that's a 50 up for Uttam. Excellent knock. Claps all around for Uttam. What a knock he has played. The moment he arrived, they had lost 2 wickets. And from there, he lost his partner as well, who was looking good, Abdul Salam. And from there, once Varun Bangera stepped in, he took the charge. He said, Varun, you stay back. I'll take the charge. And what a catch! What a catch! Is that Sakib? We'll have to wait. What a catch there! One-handed catch of an international level. Marsh are showing up. That example that was set by Gabriel has been taken up. He has learnt it, how he has to take that, and he's taken it beautifully. One-handed effort straight to the fielder, and he takes a brilliant catch. Uttam is in pain. He has still not left the crease there. He can't believe he has that. He seems to have injured his. He has a cramp there, I believe. He is in pain. He is in pain, definitely. And let's go back to that catch that was taken. Wow. To those who have witnessed this, what a catch. That goes into the contention of the finest of catches of this tournament. That will definitely be taken into account if there is some award to be awarded to the fielder with a best of catch. What? Seriously, what a catch. Go back to the bowling options that they have. At the moment, Miller International. Gabriel has completed a score, given away 36 and picked up a wicket. Abdul Rahman 2 overs 29 and a wicket. Saqib Khalil 3 overs 25 and a wicket. Rahul Srivastava 3 overs 29 without a wicket. Arun Anthony 1 over 9 runs. Sohail Zaki 1.5, 22 and 1 wicket. And going to the batting of Miller International, Subin Paul 31 of 19 deliveries. Sri Mahesh 1 of 3 deliveries. Abdul Salam 28 of 24. Uttam, the man who changed the context of this game, 53 of 20 of 32 deliveries. What a knock he played. And a breakthrough here for team Miller, for team Marsh, I beg your pardon. So Uttam walking back, he is in pain. He has all his pads, all his gears off. He looks in pain. He has some cramps, I believe. It's a sunny day. And he has help of his teammates, and they are walking him back to the pavilion. Courtesy to the fantastic catch. So 42 runs required of 31 deliveries. The game is all set to end with a thriller. Thriller of a run chase going on here. Varun Banghera still on crease. He'll be the vital personality to take them forward, and if they have any chance to winning this total or chasing this total, it has to be Varun. So the innings resume. To wait and see who's the new man who's replaced. I think it's Natraj. So Saqib, after 15 overs mark, 151 for 4. Sorry, 150 for 4. Rahul Men is the new man replacing Uttam. And Varun Banghera, who is the set batsman. So the beauty of this entire game has been that every time a wicket has fallen, there is a set batsman who was always there on the wicket. So that has been always an advantage throughout the game for both these teams. Be it the first inning, be it the second, it has always been an advantage. Beautiful ball there. And Rahul. He's the new man and replacing Uttam. He'll take some time. Meanwhile, Rahul has to get Uttam maximum he needs to get Varun Banghera maximum strike. Cutaway of the back foot. Beautiful shot, playing it on the rise, and there's a fielder protecting that boundary in the long off region, Adnan Raja. So it's a tight game going on here. A very good over so far by Sakib Khalil. Four balls have been bowled in this particular over, 2 runs only conceded. Playing it late in the gap, only a single on that occasion. Playing it late, so only 3 runs coming of this over so far with the ball to go. Uh, a ball here can do a lot of good. Boundary here can do a lot of good for Miller International. Otherwise, that will pile up to the pressure. Trust me, that will definitely pile up to the pressure because they have got the set batsman out, Uttam back in the pavilion, and Varun Bangera needs to take some charge here. Off the back foot once again. Fielder does a decent job, keeps it down to a single. So very good comeback here by Marsh. 3 overs. They require around 25 runs. Sorry, I beg your pardon. 20, 27, 28 runs required in 3 overs. So back in contest here. It's a wide ball there by Rahul Menon. Sorry, by Rahul Srivastav. He's bowling to Rahul Menon. Once again, a wide delivery being touched there by Rahul Menon. They can run quickly here between the wickets. These two batsmen, Rahul Menon and Varun Bangera, they can run quick. So excellent running between the wickets. 168. The score moves on to 17.3. So this is going to end up in a cracker of a game here. Cracker of finish. 9.6 is the required run rate. 9.6 is the current run rate. It's not a problem at all. So the ball being placed towards the mid-wicket region. Sohail Zaki, the fielder, only a single on that occasion. So a boundary can do a lot good here for this team. Boundary here at this stage will definitely help because only 6 runs have come up in this particular over by Rahul Srivastava. Once again, driven pretty handsomely towards the cover region. Only a single. So an excellent over. 7 runs coming off it. Excellent over there. 21 required in 2 overs. So just 7 coming off it. So was that the game-changing over? The score is 171 for 4. 171 for 4 in 18 overs. 2 overs, 21 required. 2 overs, 21 required. Chance there, wanted to paddle it, looking for 2 runs. There a chance. A dive has saved Varun Bangera. 2 runs taken. Wicket is not that quick. Let me remind the batsman there. The wicket is not that quick to paddle it towards the fine leg. You have to play your shots with power. You have to play your shots with power, and that too in gap, in order to get maximums out of it. You kiss the turf and you hit it, you'll get a boundary. If you have to hit an aerial shot, you'll have to use the maximum power and hit it over the ropes, over the fielder's head, the way Uttam did it in uh, the phase between 6 and 14 overs. Nicely bowled there by Sohail Zaki. Very good fielding there by Rahul Srivastav. So this is getting to the wire for both these teams. They are fighting for it. Miller International 174 for 4, 18.2. 3 runs already on the first 2 balls. So good over so far by Sohail. Shayad Dastam, Sohail misses. 2 taken by the batsman. Unnecessary, unwanted. You have to contain the runs rather than picking up wickets. They have enough wickets in hand. Does not make sense here to give an extra run there. So 6 coming out of the first 4 balls. Sorry, 5 coming out of the first. Have to wait and see the tally here. Yeah, 5 coming out of the first 3 balls. Very well played. Only a single. Straight to the long off field. So this game is getting to the wire. Required run rate climbing up. 15 required of 8 deliveries. So they need to get a boundary from somewhere in the last 2 balls. For sure. Dot ball. How crucial is this over turning out to be for Marsh? What excellent bowling here. Sohail Zaki decided to leave the wickets and come to bowl, and he is doing the job for the team. He has gone for 38, but the man who went after him is back to the pavilion. Once again driven straight, should look for 2. Only a single. So 14 required of the last over. 28 was required in last 3. Only 14 runs came of the last 2 overs. Getting tough here for Miller International. They played so very well. The moment Uttam got out, boundaries stopped coming. Varun Bangera, who is all set, is batting on 27, but he has faced 27 deliveries. Has to get a boundary from somewhere. You are all set. You need to take the charge. You are the set batsman in the crease. There has to be a boundary, at least a boundary of the first 2 balls. And it is Arun Anthony who has been handed over the ball, given the responsibility, who just went for 9 runs in his first over. Last over. Progress, yeah. Arun Anthony. So all set. 14 runs required. Is still a guard taken on the 4th wicket here. And he takes the wicket here. Arun Anthony. You're talking about if Miller has a chance, they need to get a boundary of the first ball at least, or the first two at least. And unfortunately, the set batsman was looking so good. He failed to convert it for the team. He was looking so technically sound. And unfortunately, not able to get timely boundaries to get his team across the line. And there goes the first wicket of the last over here. And the new batsman walking in, I think it's Natraj. So here comes Natraj to face Arun Anthony. Can he do some miracle here for Team Miller International? Swings it, but there is a fielder in place. Rahul Srivastava. Straight to the wicket keeper. And all hopes lying with Rahul Menon here. Team Miller International, they just gave it away in the last 3 overs. I think Varun Bangera should have taken the charge himself. And there goes, I think, the last hope was Rahul Menon for Team Miller International. I beg your pardon, it is Arun who has Anurag who is the new batsman. And white ball signaled by the umpire. Ball still swinging away from the batsman, so that is a good sign here. Condition of the ball, quality balls being used here in the tournament, and you see the balls swinging even in the last overs. Driven nicely towards the long off region. Sohail Zaki the fielder, so they need to get 2 hits in the last over, in the last 2 balls, I beg your pardon, to cross the line. 10 required of 2. Can Rahul Menon be the Miandat? Dot ball, and I think that's end of this game almost, unless there is some drama still left of a no ball or something. You just have to bowl a legal ball. That's it. Even if you get dispatched for a 6, does not matter. And that is the end of the game. Miller International, they fall short of 9 runs. And I think they should have done better. 28 was required of last 3, not even 10 and over. It was just 9 and over required. The third last over by Rahul and the second last over, penultimate over by Sohail Zaki, did the magic here. And not to take credit away from Arun, he bowled beautifully in the last over as well. But here we have the winners who held their nerves actually. Did Marsh Emirates. They held their nerves and did stick to the basics. They did not try to overdo things. They stuck to the basics there and played pretty well till the last ball of the match. They did not give it away, even though the game was pretty much in favor of the batting side, Miller International. But the moment Uttam got out, they were not able to get those boundaries on time. Varun Bangera, who was set but still could not make the most out of it. That is the part that is gonna pinch them, and that brings an end to the match. And Marsh Emirates won by 8 runs. A beautiful finish to the game. So we'll be having a game shortly. Next one to follow. And we'll connect you shortly for that game.